Here with my guy Mo, Coach Mo. My man is the trainer of Danny and Gallo Gonzalez.
Trainer and manager.
Trainer and manager.
Come
Okay.
on, dog.
All right, yo, bro. You guys been at this for a while. His journey of becoming, a boxer and being a professional, and now headlining from amateur, Golden Gloves to now. Talk to me about that journey as a trainer and manager.
The journey, it could be an interesting one because as not too many people know, I'm not from New York. I'm from Jersey, so I'm a Jersey boy that moved to New York and opened up a gym, just to you know, keep loose or whatever, hit the bags and stuff like that, neighborhood kids. And then I met Danny. Danny was a 16-year-old kid, fat little chubby kid. So the journey starting from a 16-year-old kid all the way to headlining at the Barclays. A lot of bumps on the road, you know what I'm saying? But, we did pretty good in the amateurs. He had about 70, 80 fights, did a couple of nationals. Um, we went pro together. His first amateur fight was with me. His first pro fight was with me. And then maybe after the Algeria fight, that's when I started pulling back from the coaching and put the manager's hat on and started managing him and bringing other coaches in to assist me and so I could be on the outside looking in. And um, we're like father and son, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? So in any relationship you have, you grow. And then if I'm in his face every day, all day and night, this, then a third, we tend to, bump heads a little bit. So before it got a little too crazy, like I said, I pulled back from the coaching and I brought other coaches in like that. It doesn't become repetitive. Like if your father's in your corner every day telling you what to do, then you got to go home with him and see him. It tends to like get complacent.
Yeah, mental
It's
fatigue.
the same thing over and over. I'm in his face too much. And then we picked up strength and conditioning coaches. We picked up physical therapists. So, in the lines of the transition from coaching to management, very interesting. But I think we came around to it, and we got a pretty good squad now. And as you can see, October 18th, we're here to bring some heat.
Talk to me about the matchup. Danny Garcia, we've all seen him throughout his career. He's obviously at the tail end of his career, but it's still Danny Garcia, still former two division world champion. Talk to me about the matchup with that former world champion against your fighter.
It's a bit of a conundrum because you figure, like you just said, tail end. Danny Garcia, he's not who he was when he was fighting Morales or Judah or those guys banging them all out, but he's still got that sledgehammer on both hands. You know what I mean? So maybe he's not as quick on his feet as he used to be, but that power still transcends with him. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be cautious of that. We're not in there, like I said, we're not starstruck. We're not, you know, figuring like, oh, he's a big world star, big time puncher, big time boxer, big time world champ. Listen, we're there to take that heat from him. We're not fighting for a world title, but just the title itself of just beating Danny Garcia. That's a good title enough for my guy to have on his record.
Talk to me about that feeling of pulling this win off. How sweet this win will feel for you, and also where do you think this win will take Danny? Danny Gonzalez.
Danny Gonzalez, listen, like I said before, when you manifest a lot of things, and Danny has been in the ring with a lot of fighters, and Danny has proven to us and to all the people that the underdog is live. Danny's a live underdog, and a win would only help his career. Even though he's 35 years old, he's a young 35. Danny don't hang out. Danny don't party. He don't strip club. He don't drink. He's just always a gym rat, as you well know. Danny since the amateurs.
Yeah.
Some might say 35 is pretty old, but he's a young 35. So this will definitely lead to one or two fights down the road if he could link up for a world title shot.
Okay. So and he was talking about staying at 54. You think that's the move if he gets to win?
Yeah, he feels comfortable at 54. We did 40, we did 47. The last couple of fights we did at catch weight, 49, 50. He felt strong, even though you still got to cut weight and do it the right way. But I think at this stage in his career, as you can see, any of the top dogs right now, they're all leaving 47s to 54 or leaving 40 to 47s. You can't stay at one weight class too long. But I think at 54, he's solid. He's strong, and his foundation feels better at 54.
All right. Well, good luck. I'm excited for this fight this Saturday, and I'm hoping Hoping I'm openly rooting and hoping Danny Gonzalez pulls it off.
No doubt. Like we always say, the real DG will stand up. Let's
There
go.
we go.